got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep, flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the you end up dead. The West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut up with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands deep up in the trenches. It's no different.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Mexico City Diablos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Here we go, set.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 11 more on that one and another first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Jaguars at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
Looking to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Let's go now. Red, cycle. Yellow, go. Blue striker. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he brings it in off the deflection. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
That brings back bad memories as a defender. This series is supposed to be done, yet they've got a new set of downs.
Funny part is you put your hand on your face as that happened. You felt the pain.
Yeah, it's happened to me before. Not good.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
On the ball. Cut, cut.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. And Walker has it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Johnson's got it complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. We're scoreless after one. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Hands it off out of the gun, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Short completion, just 4 yards, and 3rd and 8 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Ready,
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
2nd and 11 now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And some room to work. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future is bring with these youngsters, going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got some space here. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez Scantling. And shutting him off, now open field. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenneth Murray coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He's got a man. Complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Touchdown! A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Jags will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to... That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
No, 52.
They'll look to throw here. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Diablos are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by York is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll send Marshall in motion left. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
The tackling in this game has not been good so far. We've seen our share of missed tackles. Case in point, that one right there. And that miss led to another big play. I don't know if it's effort. I don't know if it's technique. But they'll have to work on that in practice.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. His second rushing touchdown on the campaign and fourth overall. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. What's good on the extra point? And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally depleted that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Walker with a grab, left side. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Let's go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Green. Yellow, go. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Noah Igbenogany that time up to make the play defensively.
Here we go.
2nd and 5. He's going to air one out. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. 49 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Diablos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And
I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Second and 3. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Paris Campbell from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready.
Here's Walker. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 15. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. That one looks like he'll throw here. That ball caught by Campbell. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ready, play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Black. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Jags come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The partner under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Jags, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. Then they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city.
superhero.